Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cosmic Portal. Today, we're going to be doing our movie review of Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Now, this movie was released probably about 2 weeks ago. We saw it opening night, which was really good, and then I went with my family to see it. So today, we have a special guest person that was going to talk about the movie as well. Daughter Joy.
Like,
So tell me, what did you think about this movie?
I like the movie.
Okay.
That's it?
I
That's
mean, I enjoyed it. It's a movie that I will say though that I could see it again. There's certain other movies that I'm like, nah, I only see it once and then that's good. I don't know if I'll go to the movies and see it, but if it was on TV, I will turn to it.
okay.
I didn't really care for the last movie, so I like this one better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to agree to that. For me, the last movie was
Mhm.
a little, I guess, depressing at the end. Obviously, everybody, in everywhere forgot him. So I like happy endings.
I feel like what I didn't like about the last movie with this, he didn't think. Where I feel like, and I'm not even gonna say it's him. I'm gonna say it's Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange didn't think. When he was doing that spell originally, he should have started saying, "Hey, his family or friends will know who he is. The people that matter." So I'm gonna be honest. I blame it on him. He's
But
an adult. He's the doctor, and he's not thinking, and he's gonna erase everybody, and then he's changing it like that, and then he's blaming on him. You should have already thought because you know how Spider-Man is. He's a child.
he's not a child.
He is
He's
a
a young
child.
man. He's a teenager.
He's a
But
child.
if I recall from the last movie, though, he keep on changing it.
No, because I just watched it. He only
Sorry.
he only because when the spell originally did it and he was telling him, he made it that everybody would forget. And then he started adding, oh wait this, oh wait this, and that's where. So I don't blame it on Spider Man. No,
Okay,
you being
so
adult, you should have thought that. So that's the way I felt. But I definitely did enjoy the movie. Um,
okay,
I
so
like
Doctor Strange is blaming something Doctor Strange for something a kid is talking while he could not control the voice the kid talking. That's what messed us up. So we're not going to
yeah.
talk about Brand New Day. So this is 4 years later. So,
We can't hear you.
Yeah, I think the main problem with I guess because it was happening like, hey, we need to do this. It was a plan. Going back to the movie you were talking about, it wasn't a thought out plan, but they didn't have time to think about it.
Yes, he
He
did.
was just like, hey, look, we're going to do this. That's the plan. We're going to do it. I think maybe if they had more time, then yes, Doctor Strange should have said, are you sure? Which he did, but I don't think it was thought through. But
No, it's not even are you sure? He never said that like that. It was really like, and what do you mean he didn't have time and stuff?
well, what I said was Doctor Strange was casting the spell, and during the middle of it, he kept talking, which changed it. So that's not Doctor Strange's fault, his fault. But we're looking
No,
at
it's still
what
Doctor Strange. He should have
you
did the
know.
spell correctly first.
He
Why are
couldn't
you
do it if
doing?
he's still talking while he's casting the spell. But
He was
we're,
adding on because that's why Doctor
he
Strange was
just
still
kept
training.
adding. Yeah, but he kept adding on. But I want this person. I want that. Instead
Yeah,
of that's not how you're supposed to cast a spell. Like
yeah.
if you're cooking something and somebody just starts adding stuff to it, do you think that's going to make it good?
No, the difference is someone's telling you
That is
to
the
add
exact
something to
same
it.
thing when you're
You're
cooking
adding
a
it
meal.
yourself.
But when you're cooking a meal, do you allow somebody to just keep adding stuff into
No,
it?
but the difference is
So
that
why would you allow
that
that is
no.
not that is the exact same thing. I am making a dish, and while I'm cooking it, you just start dropping stuff in it, and that's
No, there's a difference.
no changing the
No,
dish
Doctor
while you're
Strange
cooking
is
it.
the only one that knows how to make the spell. So you're saying
But
that
he
while she is cooking and I'm telling her to add stuff, that's her free will to add it up there. She don't
but
have to add
he
the food up there.
actually did it while everything he said happened in the spell. So Your
No,
mom is
because Doctor
cooking,
Strange.
and
Did
you
you not
want
watch the movie? I just watched it a couple days ago.
yes, and every
Like
and you
no,
know every time he said something, a new part was added to the spell.
because Doctor Strange, was adding it himself. He was
No,
saying
he
it.
was not adding it himself. The
Yes, he
guy
was.
was
He was like,
saying
"Oh,
it,
let's add this person. Let's do that and stuff like that."
and then that's why, and he was like, "No, I want to do all of this," and that's why the spell was messed up. So let's just say your mom is cooking a dinner, and you
Yes.
walk in and just start adding stuff into the
No, I'm not
kitchen,
adding it. I'm telling her to add it. She's doing
but
it.
then you
She
just
don't
put
have
it
to
in
add it.
there. Then you just put it in there with you say, oh, and I want to put this in there, and you
Yeah, but
just
she
put it
don't
in
have
there.
to add it.
You put it in there. You put it in there. So that's what we're talking about. So
No,
we're gonna move
he
away from that, and
Spider Man is not magical. That's the thing.
we're
I'm
talking about
still,
the movie
I'm gonna still go back to y'all. Calm down. I'm still gonna go back to where I don't think it was thought through either way.
Yes.
But
Okay.
anyway,
So,
we are
but
doing
this
this
one,
movie. We
and
are
this movie is
doing what I don't
4
even
years
remember what movie. What is the name of
after
the movie? Brand New Day. We're doing this one.
4 years after the original. We moved
Okay.
4 years into the future, where Peter
Why are you
Parker.
going on? We're done.
We're
Okay,
talking
we'll
about
have to
Peter
do
Parker
another
4 years in the
video
future.
on Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
This
So brand new
movie.
day. Brand new day happens 4 years to the last movie. So
Yes.
this is where we're starting at. So we get Peter. He's working with the cops. He's being that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Now, I have to say I enjoyed this more because it wasn't a all about the gadgets, which I always disliked from the other movies. So that's why I thought this was better because he was Spider-Man. He didn't depend on the what is it, Iron Man or any of that stuff to be Spider-Man. And I thought that's kind of weird, uh, but we do have a few splits in this as well. So, Vonda, what was your opinion of this?
I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. Just because, I just thought, at least from what I remember from the cartoon, he was, very teenager-ish, and I just don't really care for that.
I mean,
But
he's
I
always,
know, I know,
he's a
but you could be a
teenager.
teenager, but not necessarily be a teenager. But anyway, but I
That's like
actually
telling.
shut up. Actually, I
Why is
actually
Captain Marvel
we're not
acting
talking
like
about
a
Captain Marvel.
acting like a child when he's a child?
Okay. But I thought this movie was pretty decent. I did see it twice in the movie theaters. I agree with Zoe. If it was on TV, I probably would glance over this one again versus the other one. There's parts of this movie that I did kind of went to heart a little bit when he's talking with Aunt May from the past. So that was a little hard. Him seeing the girlfriend. I can't think of her name. Um, and should he
Mary,
not? Yeah,
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
Everything.
Forgot
Yeah,
Mary Jane's
I'm
name.
sorry. I told you I'm not a big fan.
Uh,
So I thought those scenes were caught it. I love the Punisher. I think he really made the show. I liked his character. I recently watched the series a couple of months ago, so I really like his idea and his, I guess, kind of attitude in the movie.
there is something that I actually wanted to say. Me and my mom discussed this when I read it online, and it was talking about
No spoilers.
no.
Okay.
Oh, then no spoilers.
Well,
It's been out long enough. If you've
Okay,
watched it,
it's been 2 weeks, so I'm going to say the main thing for this movie is we are bringing mutants.
I
wait a
wanted
minute. Let her. Wait a minute.
So yeah,
Let
that's
her
all I
take her
wanted to say.
point.
That's my
Let her make her
story.
point first, then you can make your point. Go ahead.
yep. So the discussion was right before the movie came out. It was talking about how somebody knows,
Okay.
and you know, we were trying to figure out. Me and my mom were discussing it. I feel like Ned is the person that knows because at the end when they did the shake and everything, he was just like, "Hey," and then he was like, "Peter." I feel like he knows, he remembers, and everything like that. And because he is magical anyway, that I feel like it's a little bit more. She said that. I mean, what is your thoughts? The why? Because I think he knows who he is.
Oh, I'm not sure if Ned knows, but I do feel like, what she's talking about with the handshake,
Yeah.
it could be a physical response to, you know, um, just because you start, something and then you just finish it, in it, not knowing why you finish it or that you did finish it. So it might not necessarily where, somebody remembers who he is. It could be when it's a physical thing, it could just be the body knowing the motion without the
But then why
mind
would he
knowing
say
the motion.
Peter like that?
Because in the one scene
Me,
before it,
MJ
he
said
said his
Peter.
name.
No, but he said Peter like he knows Peter. It was like a soft Peter. It
No,
wasn't.
he said Peter because he said his name was Peter
No, but
when
then
he
he
went
said
out the
that
window.
afterwards. He
Yeah, but he
still was
went out the
like
window and she was
Peter.
like, Peter, be careful. So he knew his name was Peter.
Yeah, I
They
know
did
that.
the handshake. It's not like he knew that that was Peter. Was
I still feel like he remembers now because they
just
said
like
somebody
MJ had the
remembers.
necklace and she didn't know why she had that necklace.
It's still. I feel like he remembers. He is like I said. He is special anyway. We all know that. We know
Yeah,
that
but I
by
think
him.
people were just when you said people somebody knew, I think people were just saying that because they were trying to stop a
No,
story.
Tom Holland
Yeah,
said
Tom
that.
Holland said that.
Tom
No,
Holland came out of
but
his mouth.
who?
Although I don't think they really address
The only
that.
person that figured it out was the main antagonist to a point,
Yeah,
but
but
that
she didn't know who he was before, so you don't count that.
no,
Yes,
that's
I
Instead,
what
was.
I'm
we're
saying.
saying somebody that knew him from the past and that still remembers. That's what Tom Holland said. Because I watch his interviews, and even like for instance at the end with the credit stuff and thing, he talked about that like years ago. Well, a year ago before. Hey, I got a script, and it was talking about in space. He said that. Yeah, and he even says if you watch his stuff, then you'll know what happens. You know.
So I can't watch any of his videos.
No, I'm telling you, his interviews and stuff, you really listen to it. He does spoilers all the time. All the time.
Yeah, but I don't see anybody knowing because at one
I'm
point
telling
people were
you,
talking
Ned
about
knows.
well Ned knows
Zoe
because
will
of the
find
way.
you the video
Yeah,
But the
Ned
way
of
I
knows.
the
looked
interview.
at it, he didn't know the whole time. He was just sitting
No,
there.
we're just talking about the handshake part, and that's when he remembered. I know
Well,
he
it's the
didn't know
same thing
before.
with Zendaya. Well, MJ playing with the necklace, and she had no
It's
idea
no,
why
it's
she had
still.
No,
that
but that still could
It's,
be a physical
I
response
just think she just
of
had that. I'm just be honest. They said one person's gonna know, and I'm pretty sure it's Ned, and that's it. Because the way he said Peter at the end, it wasn't like a when he originally he was like Peter, but then he was like Peter. It was
he
more of
did put
like
emotion
he
on
put
it too.
emotional
He
on
did put
it.
emotion.
So that's where I feel like he does know who he
But you
is.
don't know if somebody did something to make him remember either.
No, that's not.
I don't think so. I
I
don't
watch
think
Spider Man. It's
I
not.
don't think so either. Because
Yeah.
it would have happened before that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Anyway, Mark, how many stars would you give this movie?
actually, like I said, it's one of the better ones. I would say 4.5. Actually, I would almost say 5 stars for this one. It was a good movie. I'm so glad, like I said, that they didn't have any of the other uh, Avengers stuff in this movie, so I was happy about that. It was just Peter Parker had do nothing about any of that stuff. They didn't even mention Iron Man, even though the Hulk was in this, which was kind of cool. Dinosaur was in it, so I thoroughly enjoyed this more than anything else I've seen recently with Fox. What about you, Zoe? What would you give it?
I'm gonna give it a. See, I was gonna say 4 stars, but I'm gonna be honest. I cannot stand Jean Grey's character, so I'm gonna go to a 3.75 because I think Jean Grey is one of the worst people out there. Her storyline sucks. She's boring, and that's why they keep killing her off because she's so boring. And then they bring her back as the Phoenix. So personally, cannot stand that character. And I've seen. I mean, I've seen a lot of like X-Men things and stuff like that. But when I see her, it just angers me because how much I cannot stand that character. So because she was like so important in it, we're gonna go to a 3.75.
I like Jean Grey. I love the
No,
Phoenix even more, but
she
I
is the
like Jean
worst
Grey.
character ever.
Oh God. But I'm gonna give it a four. You know, I thought it was a good movie. I don't know the major hype that everybody is giving it. You know, I don't know about that, but that just could be because I think Spider Man is an okay character. You know, so when it comes out on Blu-ray and stuff. I'm sure we'll get it, and it's not gonna be a movie that I'm gonna pop in, but if there's nothing else on, I will watch it just because I did think it was pretty decent. I guess my only negative is, and I do this a lot when I rewatch a movie again, I kind of saw the imperfections. So seeing it for the second time, bothered me just a little bit. But overall, I would give it a four.
Okay. Well, I guess that's the end for this show. Anything you want to say?
Actually, it's not. Zoe and I
Oh,
going
you
to
guys watched the clip?
quickly going to mention Minions. And I think it's called Minions and Monsters. Zoe and I, without Mikey Mark, we went with my niece and my goddaughter. We went to the movies last week and saw this
It
movie.
was the worst movie ever. Don't watch it. And I love Minions, and I think that's it.
Um, I'm not gonna say it's the worst movie. I mean, definitely a kids movie.
It was beyond that. It was just horrible.
I fell asleep. And it doesn't matter that we're both adults and we're going to see a kids movie. We kind of do that all the time. There was just I just thought it was rather boring. Not necessarily to the point of being silly, but if this movie was on TV, no, I'm not going to turn to it. You know.
I don't think any of us liked the movie, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
The kids didn't like it. It was just there. I feel like sometimes when they're just coming out just to come out with a movie, and I think that's what this was. They was like, oh, we're gonna milk it. Everybody likes the
Despicable.
Minions,
Yeah,
and
Despicable
so
Me.
yeah. I mean, I love Despicable Me. I remember when Despicable Me came out. I was in fifth grade summer, and I remember that school year of sixth grade during when we was done with the SOLs. The teacher was like, you know what, we're gonna pop this in, and I was like, oh my gosh, I fell in love with it and everything. But so I love the Minions, but this movie I don't like, and it hurts me because like I even got like a Minions little book bag and stuff that the little girls took from me. But I do not recommend this movie at all.
Yeah, I have to agree. You know, yeah. I mean, I know I don't usually fall asleep. So I had popcorn. I never get up in the middle of a movie to get a drink, popcorn, or go to the bathroom. I mean, when we saw the 3 Hour Odyssey, I did not get up to go to the bathroom or to refill my popcorn. I volunteered to get up in the middle of this movie. Because I was so bored. Plus, I still fell asleep on it. I opened up my eyes. I'm like, where did this character come from? Because I plan on never seeing it again. I probably never will find out. But overall, from 1 to 5, I will probably give this
A one.
a one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give it a one.
Now, I have to say, the girls who liked it, my goddaughter, they thought it was a good movie. You guys didn't enjoy it at all.
I mean, my oldest niece, she said it was okay. You know, my goddaughter, enjoyed it. She didn't bother me too much because I was sitting right next to her. Well, no, you were sitting. She walked back and forth.
Yeah.
So I thought because they're young and they're kids, they thought it was decent.
Yeah.
But I can't say I think it's their favorite movies. I mean, unfortunately, they're not here to give an opinion, and I should have did this show with them here, but sadly, I forgot. But anywho, I think we're done now. Marky Mark, you can go ahead and do our exit.
Anything you want to say in closing?
Go to the movies and see Spider Man. Do not go to the movies to see Minions.
Okay. All right then. Well, I guess that's going to be it for this time. Next time, I don't know what movie we have coming up in the
Well,
near future.
I'm going to see Six next week.
Oh, all by
Yeah,
yourself? Because I ain't seeing that.
I did not invite you.
I am not going to see that. So we'll have to have you do that uh, by yourself again. Until next time. See you later.
Okay.